are live. We are live. We are live, people. Hanging out, baby. I'm hanging out. That's what's happening right now. It's Funk Roberts from Funk Roberts Fitness. It's my very first YouTube live hangout. Funk's Q&A. And this is my very first one. So there's going to be hiccups. I'm not even sure who's on. But if you are on, please go to the group chat and let me know what's going on. Let me know who you are, where you're from, because this is a Q&A. I'm going to talk about, I'm going to help you guys out. And I just want to know, this is my first one, so please bear with me. I have the group chat open, but I would love to, tell me your name and where you're from. Where you're from. Wow, I'm already messing up here. Anyways, for those of you just tuning in, I'm Funk Roberts. The Funksters in the house. I am a former professional athlete turned online fitness guy, a certified strength and conditioning coach, certified metabolic trainer, kettlebell specialist. I work for the UFC, supplement company. And, my goal generally is to help you guys get in the best shape of your life through metabolic training. That's my big thing. Two things, metabolic training and strength conditioning for fighters. That's my biggest things. But right now I'm live, but I want to hang out with you guys. So I'm trying to figure out how you guys can leave me messages so that I can answer your questions. Because what's the sense of me doing a Q&A if I can't answer your questions? You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure this out. Bear with me, because this is my first one. But I'm live on Instagram. I do Instagram lives on Funk MMA. I do Facebook lives on Funk MMA. But you guys have been with me since the beginning, man. You guys have been with me since probably 2009. You guys are the OGs. Before their Facebook was big, before Instagram was even alive. It was YouTube. You guys were with me. So it's about time that I get live on here, but I'm still trying to figure out how we can do this. So I may have to redo this again, probably. Figure this out. You know what I mean? Because I want to hook up with you guys. I want to see if maybe if I go do this. I have to redo this. Okay. Again. Hold on, guys. I think I got you now. Figure this out. I just figured it out. I got to open up my. Okay. All right. I want to see if maybe if I go do this. Here we go. All right. John Cam. Hold on, guys. I think I got you now. Let me just turn this down. Can you hear me still? I got to open up my. Okay. All right. I love it. Maybe if I go do this. Here we go. All right. I'm going to turn down my thing so I don't get. Hope you guys can still hear me. Let me know if you can still hear me. But John, what's up, man? From Glasgow. Shout out to David Thompson. What's up? What up? What up from Dallas? Shed. D Nisus. What's going on? Vineet, how you doing? Oh, Richie, no problem, man. Good to see you. Vineet from India. Love it. Halifax. Shout out, baby. Thanks, brother. Alitzal. Good to see you, man. Nitesh, what's up? What's up? Shed Watkins, I'm 287. What's the best program for fat loss? Shed. Best program for fat loss is going to probably be my metabolic workouts. I've got some body weight training that you can start with. My metabolic body weight blasters. I can, email me at funkroberts@gmail.com and I'll hook you up. Marcus, what's going on? Good to see you, man. Brian, how's it going? You got great videos, but I fell off eating a large pizza right now. Hey, man, don't beat yourself, Brian. Don't beat yourself up because you're eating a pizza. It's okay, eat that pizza, but tomorrow, get on it, man. Tomorrow, get on it, get back in the gym, and crush it. That's what you got to do. Eat your pizza right now, but crush it. Can't always be 100% on nutrition 100% of the time, but definitely get back on that horse. Mayday Davis, what's going on, brother? What's the best and quickest way to get rid of the beer gut? Few things. Number one, metabolic training, high intensity training, short workouts. Sprint training's good. You've seen my workouts on YouTube. grab any one of those workouts and get them going. But nutrition is going to be key. So eating clean, eating healthy, protein with every meal, lots of vegetables, things that you probably already know. But the last thing to get rid of that beer gut is you got to stop drinking. You got to give up that drinking. Limit your sugar, but give up that drinking. Go maybe it's December, so I understand that it's a festive time. But if you can't do it now, then January 1st, you want to go 3 months without beer. And really focus on that high intensity training, metabolic workouts that'll help you burn fat and burn calories not only during the workout, but also 24 hours after with EPOC, which is post-workout excess post workout oxygen consumption, or the afterburn effect. So that's where you want to focus on to get rid of that beer gut. But you can definitely get rid of the beer gut. I used to have it too, because I used to drink and party years ago. I don't drink anymore. I don't party anymore. So, yeah, man. Hope that helps. Alma, what's going on? Good to see you. King Blue, Big Bama's in the house. Shed Watkins, Roll Tide, Kevin in the house. Yeah, I worked as an MMA instructor for half a decade. Recently, I entered a doctoral program. Good call, Timothy Rooney. And the 16-hour study days make it really hard to find time to exercise. What is your favorite quick workout? Oh, man, I love that. My favorite quick workout are my 6-minute metabolic bodyweight blasters. Like, they're just really quick 6-minute workouts that I do right here. So I, like you, especially when I'm working on products and projects, as you can see, I've got my whiteboard behind me. I always have projects that I'm doing, Timothy. One of the things that I do is I have to 100% get in my workouts. That just keeps me sane and that keeps me focused, body-wise, but mentally as well. So what I do is I'll do these workouts. I'll just say, okay, look, at least 6 minutes, and I go hard. But usually I say to myself 6 minutes, and it ends up being 15 minutes or 20 minutes, right? But if you go in saying, okay, I've got to do half hour or 30 or 45 minutes of a workout, then you're more apt to not do the workout. But if you say, look, okay, I know that if I do these 6-minute workouts, and you're thinking 6 minutes, probably not a lot of times. Like, what can you get done in 6 minutes? Believe me, man, these are tough workouts. You've probably seen them on my YouTube channel. I did a follow along, and it was tough for me. Like, it was really tough for me, but you can stack these too. Like, you can do one round, and then if you want to do another round. But the whole point I'm trying to say is 6 minutes, like, if you do them daily, every single day, you'll be surprised how much, you'll be surprised the results you'll get. Like, the results are amazing, especially if you continue to do consistency. But you also will be surprised that maybe after the first week you're doing 6 minutes, and then the next week you're like, oh man, I can get 15 minutes, and I can do another round and another round. But it's just trying to focus and say, look, at least let me get 6 minutes, because I know that if I get 6 minutes of a high intensity circuit, bodyweight only, you can do it right in a small, like in your office or wherever you study. Then you can get it done. Also, sometimes you're doing 16 hours of study. You need to take a little bit of a break. Take a break and go for a run. Go for a run. That's always a good, not a long run, but just something that keeps you moving. Something that gets the, it's just something that keeps you moving and gets you feeling good. Hope that helps, Timothy. Richie Carlisle, how nervous were you starting as a trainer? Man, I was super nervous when I started as a trainer because, I didn't know what I wanted to do as a trainer. Like, I didn't know who I wanted to train, what type of training I wanted to do. So for me, what I did at first was I just trained my friends. And that was key for me because I was able to learn how to deal with people. I was able to learn, things that I was learning as a personal trainer. So what I did was I just started training my friends, and then it just ended up training other people, and I started training for free. And then I realized I didn't like doing one-on-one training at all. So I started a boot camp and then the boot camp that I started like 6-7 years ago, when boot camps were just starting to be the thing, I'd get like 40 people at my boot camp, and I loved it because I was able to use my metabolic high intensity training and put together these workouts and see how people responded to it, how they loved it, and they kept coming back. And like every week I'd get 40 and then 50. It was crazy. I had to get like assistance. But when I first started, I just started with my friends and family, and that way it doesn't matter if you mess up. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if you mess up or whatever. You're just trying to get a feel for what type of training you like to do, who you like to train. You like to train older people? You like to train younger people? Do you like to train bodybuilders? Do you like to train fighters or athletes? Do you like to train kids? Like, who do you like to train? The only way you're going to find out is just train. So, a good thing to do is go to a gym. I always tell trainers this. One of the things that I have a large following of trainers because I create a certification, metabolic certification course, because as you guys know, and if you've been following me, my specialty are two things: metabolic, high intensity training, metabolic training. I'm a master metabolic trainer. I've created a certification that hundreds and hundreds of people all over the world do this certification, and strength and conditioning for fighters. Those are two of my big things. Kettlebell training's in there, bodyweight training's in there, but those are my two main things. I don't do bodybuilding style training. So, if you want me to tell you how to, what are the best arm exercises, and I mean, I could tell you that, but that's not my forte. Anyways, what I'm trying to tell you is I always tell those trainers and people who want to start training, I say, look, train for free. Go to the local gym and say, look, I'm just getting my CPT, my certified personal trainer, or even if you just got it, you're probably going to have to get that CPT, and you say, listen, I just got my CPT. I want to go and train. I want to train for free. I will train for free for, however long it is, and train different people. And that's going to set you up to say, okay, well, hey, I hate training, these type of people. I love training these type of people. This is what I really like to do. And then focus on that. Put all your focus into that. And you're going to see it's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. Massive, massive, massive in your development as a trainer, because then you're going to train and you're going to have passion behind it. And when you have passion behind something, you're going to want to learn more and more and more. That's what happened to me with metabolic training. I used to be 215 pounds, really puffy, big puffy guy, big muscles, but they were very puffy. I wasn't ripped. I wasn't lean. And then when I started to use metabolic training, high intensity training, kettlebell training, bodyweight training, the stuff that you see me do online, my body totally changed. You can go back to my early videos, and you can see I was a bigger guy in my early videos, and all of a sudden I leaned out. And literally from that time, which took 6 months to lean out, I went from 215 to 185. I was lean, I was ripped. I've been like that till now, right? I'm 48 years old. I started that when I was 40. So that transformation happened, and I continue to stick with it. Of course, nutrition's a key too. But the bottom line is, I had passion for the metabolic training. I found passion behind that. So that's why I continue to do that. And then obviously it spawned from and also strength and conditioning for fighters, because I was fighting Muay Thai. I would go to Thailand. And when I went to Thailand, I realized that all these fighters were still training like bis and tris and back and shoulders and doing bodybuilding style training. And you can't train that way as a fighter because you have so many different attributes. You need to be explosive. You need endurance. You need cardio. You need mobility. You need agility. You need, strength. You need strength endurance. So you need to train differently. And so when I got back from Thailand the very first time back in 2010, I said, I'm going to make a site that is all strength and conditioning for fighters. And I'm going to make another site that's metabolic training. And then that was my focus. And from there, look at 8 years later, I created a certification that thousands of trainers all over the world do. And I started from doing free training with my family, and I also trained fighters for free too back then. So I know that was long-winded. You guys are going to find that every week when we do these live Q&As, I like to talk. I like to answer your questions. So if you're on here right now and I'm not getting to your question, don't fret, because I will get to those questions. It's just I got to go through this little live chat here. I love that you guys are on here. First of all, thank you so much for your support, man. You guys support me. I love the comments, leaving comments. You guys are amazing. Please like this, leave comment. Well, you are leaving your comments, but give me a like. Show me some love. Anyways, okay. How do you flex your abs? You just brace your abs. That's how you flex them. You brace them. So I don't know if my abs are even there right now. My abs are right now. No, you probably can't see them. You just brace them. Pretend someone's going to kick you or punch you in the stomach. What would you do? You would brace those abs. Mm-hmm. How about fish? Yes, Big Bama. Yeah, you can't even see. I just showed that. Big Bama, fish is great. I love fish. Omega-3s. I don't get enough fish, so I'm always, hold on 1 second. 1, 2, 3. I don't get enough fish in my diet, and that's just my fault. There's no other reason, but I eat a lot of chicken. I eat pork. I eat chicken. So I use my omega-3s. This is my supplement company. And so I actually supplement with fish oil. It's really important. So that's what I do. But yeah, fish is a great protein, amazing source of protein because you get those omegas. So yes, the more fish you can eat, the better. It's good. Shed Watkins, yeah, don't drink at all, man. No drink at all. Zero. Nothing. Zero. No need. I don't need it. It's just it does too much shit for your body, and the what you get out of drinking is not enough for me to drink, and not enough for what it does to your body and your mind. I got to stay focused all the time, and I don't miss out on drinking. I don't need to drink. I can have a great time without drinking. Mayday Davis, what's the best way to ease back into a workout after being out for 5 months because of my surgery? Yeah, I mean, short workouts, Mayday, short workouts. Go in with the focus of doing short body weight style workouts. Mayday, depending on what your goal is. Like, so me, I'm a metabolic trainer, so I wouldn't tell you to go in and start doing bodybuilding style training, doing the boring, but starting with your body weight to get that strength back is perfect. You start with the body weight, see what the body's doing. You're doing your push-ups, you're doing your pull-ups, you're doing your dips, you're doing some metabolic stuff. I keep showing you that just to, I'm not trying to sell you on it. I just refer back to that when I say metabolic. But yeah, I mean, you start doing some metabolic training, high intensity training, short workouts, short circuits. I posted a circuit today, like a kickboxer circuit, but shorter circuits. And then as your conditioning starts to get better, as your strength starts to get better, then you can move into some resistance and adding exercise that'll help with strength, because you may want to build some strength while doing other workouts that will help you stay lean and help you with your conditioning. But my advice to you, Mayday, is start with body weight stuff. Just start with the body weight, do some short circuits. You can email me at Funk. I don't know if I'm allowed to put my email in here, but if you ever have any questions, guys, email me at funkroberts@gmail.com. I probably can't do that, but email me there, and I will send you links to some of my workout programs. I've got some free bodyweight workout programs that are really good to start off with, but that's what I would start off with. Timothy Rooney, what is the best workout to do from home? Bodyweight workouts, man. Not just bodyweight workouts. So if you can grab a couple of dumbbells, that's cool too. A kettlebell, like I've got a kettlebell, some dumbbells in here. So sometimes when I'm working on a project and I don't have time to get to the gym, like tonight, I want to go to the gym, but I probably don't have time to go to the gym. Then I'll do like one of my Spartan workouts where it's like a 10 exercise circuit. I have a follow along workout, but I'll throw it on, and then in just like there's a little bit of a space here, I'll do like swings and clean and press and renegade rows and burpees and that kind of stuff. But again, I always revert back to body weight because there's no excuse. You can do that anywhere, anytime, and you can get a great workout and you get a lot of strength. Before my fight, so I fought in Thailand, Muay Thai fight in Thailand back in 2011. And so for 2010, which is when I was training for the fight, again, I was still a little bit bigger. I was pretty muscular, but with Muay Thai, it's not about being big and muscular. You have to be lean, you have to be fast, you have to be explosive, and you have to have amazing cardio. So when I went to my Ajahn, or my crew, which is a trainer, the first thing he said to me, and at that time I was doing a lot of kettlebell stuff at that time, and he said to me, you can't use any more resistance training. You got to get down to 170. I was like 190 at that time, and I was fighting at 174 pounds. So he was like, okay, you have to like stop with the kettlebell shit. You got to stop with all that stuff. So for me, it was like, okay, all right. So I was a little nervous because then I had to switch to my bodyweight workouts only. So that's what I was doing, my 10 exercise bodyweight circuits for like 4 months, because I think I trained for that fight 4 or 5 months, along with sprint training. I always have sprint training, along with long runs because it is Muay Thai. So, and then bodyweight. That's all I did. And I got down to 170. In fact, stepping onto the plane to go to Thailand, I was already on weight at 174. But the big thing is that after my fight, I got into Tiger Muay Thai, and I hadn't picked up a weight for that whole time because my focus was getting ready for the fight. And I wanted to see if I could still press, dumbbell press 100 pounds. That was my big thing. You know, I was pressing 120s. You can see those videos again on YouTube. Dumbbell chest press Funk Roberts if you do that. And when I was in Thailand, I was actually able to pop up and do 8 chest press with 100 pounds, 100-pound dumbbells without even doing any past dumbbell work or resistance training for those 4 months. And it showed me, it's just like, man, you can still have strength doing your body weight. You can still have great strength with body weight training. So don't be afraid of just doing the body weight training. Don't be afraid. You can, again, you can do some body weight strength stuff, pull-ups. I always tell people, look, man, if you can't do 10 pull-ups, if you can't do, 30 push-ups in a row, if you can't do 10 dips, parallel dips, then you're not as strong as you think you are. Those are staples. You should be able to actually do that. And you should be able to focus on doing that. Not saying that should be the only thing you do, but, if you're not doing 10 pull-ups, boom, wide grip. If you're not doing, 15 chin-ups, if you're not doing 10 dips, if you're not doing 30 push-ups in a row, then your strength, you got to think a little bit about, how strong you are. Get body weight strong. Get body weight strong. Don't be afraid of it. KK Hut, what up? Is long distance, I love this question. Is running long distance or sprints better to do with your workouts? Trying to cut weight, fit for my next fight. Okay, KK Hut, not sure what type of fighting you do, but 1,000,000% sprint training. 1,000,000% sprint training. That's the key. Now, I don't know what type of fighting you do, because if you're a jiu-jitsu practitioner, then I would probably go to long distance running because that's more of an endurance martial arts. But if you're MMA, Muay Thai, kickboxing, boxing, actually boxing I would do long distance too. So boxing and jiu-jitsu I'd probably do more long distance than anything. But MMA, kickboxing, I would do sprints, 100%, not even a question. Especially if you want to cut weight. So 3 things sprints are going to do for you. First, they're going to get you to be more explosive, more powerful, more explosive. 4 things. Number 2, you're going to be able to cut weight while keeping that muscle. So you're going to be able to cut off that fat while keeping the muscle. Just look at sprinters compared to long distance runners. They keep that strength. They're more cut and muscular, and they're lean. They're very lean. Number 3, your cardio is going to go through the roof. So you're going to find that you're going to have much better cardio, much better cardio. And number 4, it's anaerobic, and that translates to your sport. If it's MMA, if it's Muay Thai, if whatever, high intensity sprints for 10, 15 seconds, however long it takes you to sprint, followed by that rest period. Now, here's the other thing that's great about sprints. Sprints is not only anaerobic, but there's aerobic. Your aerobic system too, which anaerobic is without oxygen, aerobics with oxygen. So when you're sprinting, doing like 10 sprint intervals, which again, if you go on my YouTube channel, look up Funk Roberts Sprint or go to funkmma.com. Again, I don't know if this will go on. funkmma.com and download my 6 free programs. I've got 6 free programs. One of those programs is a sprint training program. Download that program. Because when you are recovering from your sprint interval, so I run, 50 yards, boom, as fast as I can, and then I walk back and recover. That's teaching you how to recover faster, use that oxygen, because in between rounds, you need to sit down, you need to recover as fast as you can. So not only are you focusing on that sprint and that high intensity and everything that sprint training, the positive things that sprint training does for you, but also when you're walking back, you are practicing how to get that oxygen in, how to recover, because as soon as you get back to that start line, you got to sprint again. So you need to focus on recovering. So having sprint training is perfect. It's a great short training session that will allow you to work your anaerobic and your aerobic systems that will translate to your fighting. So yes, sprints. Now, when you're doing sprints, you do sprints twice a week, depending on where you are in your training regimen. So like throughout the year, I would definitely do sprints at least once a week. But if you're coming up to a fight, maybe so let's say you're fighting in 5 weeks. Those 3 weeks before the last 2 weeks, you're going to do sprints twice a week. And you're going to make sure you have 48 hours in between those sprint periods. And then that final week before, you're probably going to taper back. So maybe just do sprints once. You want to taper back. And then, of course, there's fight week where you're not doing anything. So that's how I would do it. But definitely sprint training. I wouldn't do any long distance training. Now, I just went through this whole thing assuming, KK Hut, that you're doing MMA or Muay Thai or kickboxing. On the other flip side, I would still throw sprints in once a week. I would still do sprints because, again, like I said, you're going to cut weight. You're gonna keep that muscle. You're gonna much better cardio, faster. You're gonna be more explosive. But if you're a boxer or you're jiu-jitsu, then practitioner, then definitely you want to focus on long distance. Hope that makes sense. Hey Funk, I started CrossFit recently. What can you advise to master the different skills? Layla, I'm not too sure. I'm not a CrossFit person, so the only thing I can tell you is practice. Practice, but focus on technique. Really focus on that technique, okay? Yeah, focus on that technique. Timothy, I did, thanks. Okay, Brian BB005, is there a better time of day to work out in the morning or night? Nope, Brian, the best time of day to work out is anytime. So for me, sometimes I work out early in the morning, sometimes I work out in the afternoon, and like tonight, I'll be working out at night. Sometimes I work out at 1 in the morning. It doesn't matter to me. It's whenever I have a time to work out, I work out. There's no better time. It's all about consistency. That's more where I focus. It is consistency that you need to focus on. Hey, Funk, would you ever do a video for weightlifting and body weight for boxers? Sure. I mean, A2, A21OE01 OX1. You know what? Any of the workouts that you see me do on my page are perfect for boxers. A boxer is an athlete, so the type of weightlifting you would do would be probably my resistance metabolic training, where you would have dumbbells or maybe or barbells or kettlebells or that sort of thing, but you set it up in a high intensity circuit that'll have you moving, have you doing posterior chain movements, have you doing explosive movements, have you moving on all planes of motion, of movement. Because you're an athlete, you need to have all those attributes. You can't just do bodybuilding style. Oh, I'm going to work on my arms. I'm going to work on my shoulders. I got to work on my legs. No, I've got to work on posterior chain explosiveness. I got to work on strength endurance. I got to work on agility. I got to work on mobility. I've got to work on my conditioning and cardio. I got to work on strength endurance. So being able to, I got to work on my shoulder endurance, right? Because you're punching all the time. I got to work on my core, which is probably the #1 thing. If anything, I've got to work on my strength. So strength meaning, I've got to do some of the heavy lifts, some of the compound lifts, deadlifts, squats, some some cleans, some of those power and strength to get that base, that container. Strength is your container to get that base. Core strength, of course, which is going to help with your power, your punching power, negating injuries, your conditioning, and then, of course, everything else that applies to an athlete. So any of those workouts that you see on this YouTube channel, you can use 100%. If you want something more for core, you just put core. You just search core Funk Roberts. I've got core programs. I've got a strength and conditioning program for fighters. So if you want that actual program, which has strength workouts, body weight workouts, strength and conditioning with weights, core training, prehab stuff like stretching and mobility work. It's got sprint stuff. Perfect for boxers, perfect for any athlete, and perfect for anyone who wants to look, feel, and get into shape like a fighter without being a fighter. So funkmmaworkouts.com, you could probably get it there. Again, I don't know if these things are actually being I just wrote the URL, but I'm not sure if YouTube allows URLs in there. So funkmmaworkouts.com. Hope that helps. King Blue 99, do you know how to flex or pop your chest? No, I don't. Sorry, I don't know how to do that. Mr. Blue Bike, hello, sir. Keto thoughts. I seem to feel better not worrying so much about total carbs as long as the carbs are from green veg. I'm curious what you think. I don't know much about keto, to tell you the truth. I'm more of a flexible fasting person, actually. I've got a intermittent fasting program. That works for me. So if something's working for me, I generally don't really think about anything else. I know keto works for other people. Here's my thoughts on keto, though. I would not. Keto is really good for regular people who, just regular people who are fitness enthusiasts. But I would never put a fighter or an athlete on keto because you need those carbs to power your training sessions. You need those carbs for recovery. You need those carbs for, you need all of those carbs. So putting a fighter or an athlete on keto, I 100% would not do. Like I said, you need those carbs. Keto works 100%. I mean, diets work if you stick with it. But I always say to keto people, because I've had keto people come to me and say, yeah, well, they're really good for fighters. I go, come train with me for 2 weeks. Come train with me. Come do 2-a-days like I do. And tell me how the keto works for you. It doesn't work. You need to have that energy. You need to have that focus. But I don't know much about keto on the other sense. I do know that you do need those carbs. And if you're not eating enough carbs and the fats aren't going to be enough, it's not going to work. But keto works. If keto is working for you and you don't have to worry about total carbs and worry about that, that's why I like flexible fasting, because I don't have to worry about, all I need to worry about is during the week, I eat proteins and vegetables and healthy fats. That's all I need to worry about from, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I can eat whatever I want. Generally, Friday and Saturday, I can eat whatever I want because I have to carb load, right? Because I'm not having any carbs during the week, but on the weekends, I have to carb load. So I can have anything I want. Now, granted, on the Thursday, after not having carbs for 4 days, I'm a little energy drained. I'm a little, my energy level is not too great. My workouts, I really focus on not going too hard on that workout on that day. But, on the Friday and Saturday and Sunday, I'm good. Now, when I go to Thailand and I train for, 6 weeks or 2 months, or, if I'm in some type of a camp, then I won't do intermittent fasting. I will go back to my general nutrition, which is making sure you have a source of protein with every single meal. That's number one. Number two, making sure that you eat your carbs around your training. So slow digesting carbs before training, and then your fast digesting carbs after, so you can replenish the glycogen stores. So that's pretty much what I focus on when I'm in a camp or when I'm in Thailand. Like I just came back from Thailand for 6 weeks. So that's really what I focus on. So I hope that answers your question. Hey, Funk, would metabolic training help someone 320 pounds and wanting to lean and cut to 215? I also got to get ready for law enforcement academy. Yeah, man, I would 100%. I mean, 100%. You're 320, so I would start a little bit slower. Again, body weight training is really good. Getting on that treadmill, that's going to help get rid of fat really quickly. So starting with walks, and then, as you start to cut that weight, but nutrition is going to be key for you, man. You really have to focus on that nutrition to speed up that weight cut down to 215. That's a lot of weight. That's 100 pounds. So you really have to be super, super diligent and super, super focused and super, super consistent with everything that you do. So yeah, metabolic training is really good, but at 320, you're probably going to want to focus on getting on that treadmill or getting on that incumbent bike, something that's not too joint heavy. Start with the walks. As you start to cut, start with like slow jog, then walk. Then start with runs and walks, and then as you continue to cut, go with some body weight training. I've had guys to 300 pounds in my classes at Thailand do my metabolic body weight workout. So yeah, body weight, I would stick with body weight training only because you'll still be able to build muscle while you're cutting, but nutrition is going to be the key. Nutrition is going to be the key thing for you because you want to cut that weight. But yeah, 100% metabolic training would help you, and it will get you in shape for law enforcement. It will get you in the conditioning shape that you need to be as a law enforcement person and to get through the academy. Can you do HIT? Kofi Spot says, can you do HIT training daily, or is every other day more ideal? doing body weight circuits. I train 6 days a week, sometimes 7. But my training is different every day. In regards to the style of metabolic workouts are different. So I do HIIT training every day. That works for me. But you know, one day I'll do a kettlebell. Then the next day I'll do body weight only. The next day I'll do like resistance, you know, circuit, high intensity circuit. One day I'll do sprints. You know, tomorrow we'll do a WOD, an Ange WOD. If you go to my Funk MMA on Instagram, you'll see that I post these WODs where WOD meaning workout of the day. I post these like Ange WOD. My wife's name's Angela, so we put Ange and WOD, put it together, Ange WOD. And, you know, we'll do like 5 exercises. We'll do them for reps, one after the other, and then we'll jump on the treadmill and sprint for a minute and then go back to doing those exercises one after the other and then sprint for a minute. Actually, I just posted a highlight of an Ange WOD that we did at the Thailand retreat on YouTube. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see one of those workouts. I think it's some Medcon, I think it was. I just posted like last week. Anyways, those are good. So yeah, I do them daily. It works for me. I wouldn't tell everyone to do it daily. It's just that's what I've worked up to. So I would probably say, you know, at least 5 days a week you're good, because everyone's got different schedules. My schedule, because I work from home, allows me to do workouts at home, allows me to go to the local gym, allows me to do Muay Thai sessions, allows me to do that kind of stuff. I have to fit it in. I got to make time to do it. It's not just like, oh, because I work from home, I can do it. I've got to make the time to do it. And that's why sometimes I work out early in the morning. Sometimes I work out in the afternoon. Sometimes I work out at night. So yeah, I hope that helps. What kind of workouts would you recommend for women? I would the exact same workouts that you see on my site. 100% exact same workouts you see on my site. In our last Thailand retreat, we had half women, half men. Women do my workouts all the time. They get amazing results. My wife does my workout. 100% same workouts. Exact same workout. Now, if you wanted to work on something specific, if you want to work on something specific, like your booty or, you know, your triceps or something, then, you know, I would still do my metabolic workouts, but you can do some workouts or some like a finisher that focuses on a specific area. So, you know, you get that high intensity circuit in there that helps you burn fat, helps you keep that muscle, but then you can couple that with saying, oh, okay, but today I want to work on my glutes. So I'm going to do some more glute exercises and just do like maybe a 3 exercise circuit that focuses on the glute. Or I want to work on my arm, so maybe I'll do 3 or 4 exercises that focus on the arm. So you can do it that way. So I hope that helps. Cheryl Steele, Richard Carlisle, thank you so much. You've helped inspire me to get qualified. I'm about to start in January. I love the style of training you do. Thanks so much. No problem, Richard. You're the man. Kofi, the channel. Love the channel. Thank you so much, Kofi. I appreciate it. Greg Hawk, when you can do 10 pull-ups, try adding a weighted vest in the ankle weights. You'll get stronger. Absolutely, Greg. 100%. Greg's got it on point. Once you can do 10 pull-ups, go for 15 pull-ups. But you can add load on that to continue to help you build. So for sure. You're a professional boxer, amateur MMA, and K1. Amazing. Thank you. This whole live chat be awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I want to do this more. I want to do this every week with you guys. Who's your favorite MMA fighter? I've always liked Frankie Edgar. I like Mike Perry. I like GSP. You know, there's a lot of guys out there that I like. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of styles I like. I like the fighters who bring it. I like the fighters who've got conditioning. That's my thing. I mean, I like Mike Perry because I just like Mike Perry, but I like the fighters that have conditioning that bring it, that push their conditioning. That's one of the things that, for me, when just to let you guys know, I don't know if you know this, but I work for the UFC, so I work with all the fighters and the trainers for the UFC. So like next week is UFC Winnipeg. I will be in Winnipeg all week. I'll be working with the fighters. We work from the time that they get off the plane all the way to fight night. In the back, we run the weigh-ins, like all of that. So that I also do that. That's like a side gig for me. I do Australia events, New Zealand events, and Canadian events because I'm here in Canada. Anyways, so I am not only do I get to hang out with the fighters or whatever, but I also talk to a lot of the fighters. I also talk to a lot of their trainers, their strength and conditioning coaches. And you know what? I'm not here. I don't know how we're getting onto this topic, but here's one thing. You'll be surprised how many of those fighters. I'm always surprised at how many of those fighters and how many of those camps use my workouts. It's crazy. They use a style of workout. So if you are a fighter, or if you're someone who wants to look like a fighter, know that the workouts that are on this page are being used by UFC fighters. Sometimes I train fighters online. I train a couple of KSW fighters, ONE FC if you see me, UFC if you see me in Thailand. I do some seminars and training there. Anyways, yeah. How can I meet you in person to help me work out? King Blue, come to Thailand. That's how you do it. Go to my Funk King Blue. This is for you. MMAseminars.com. King Blue, that's for you. Or anyone else who wants to work out with me. That's how you can come and meet me in person. We run 10-day retreats in Thailand next year, October 28th to November 7th. And we may have to open up a second one because we already have 7 people and we only take 10 people. So you work out with me 2 times a day, train with me, we chat, we go different activities. It's an incredible experience. It's a life-changing experience. Go to funkmmaseminars.com and check out that page, check out the testimonials from last year. That's how you can train with me. Down and dirty. Good job, man. Kofi, thanks. You answered every question. Much respect. No problem, Kofi. Much respect to you. ASM, what's up, ASM? Can you still add some size without doing bodybuilding size training? Absolutely, man. 100% you can. 100%. Now, let's kind of, okay, so can you add size 100%? What you're going to do is you're going to move more into metabolic resistance training. So especially using kettlebells. I love using kettlebells. I seem to gain a lot more muscular and get more muscular using kettlebells, but dumbbells. So basically what you would do is if you Googled metabolic dumbbell workouts, Funk Roberts, metabolic dumbbell, kettlebell, you can see those workouts. Those workouts are great for adding size because what you would do and what metabolic workouts do is they increase your growth hormones, they increase your testosterone, which is perfect for building muscle and burning fat as well. Both those hormones are huge. So what I would do is use heavier weights, use dumbbells, and increase weights as you're doing the exercises in a circuit, and you'll see how much you'll be able to build that muscle and that size. Now, the other thing to adding size is not just workouts. Your nutrition's got to be on point. So if you want to add size, then you've got to add more calories. So you got to eat more. You may have to eat more carbs if you want to add size. But the cool thing is, if you're adding size using metabolic training and using those dumbbells, it's perfect because now you're eating more calories, you're getting those carbs in, but you're not going to store those carbs as fat as much as you would if you were just doing bodybuilding style training, because you're coupling it with high intensity training, which helps you burn more calories while holding onto the muscle. So you can definitely do that. Now, here's the other thing. If you definitely want to build a lot more size, then you may want to do more hypertrophy training, right? So what I would suggest is, hey, you know what, I want to do 4 or 5 months of some hypertrophy training. I want to gain more size, depending on why you want to gain more size. Not sure why. So I'm going to do some hypertrophy training. But the cool thing is, you can do hypertrophy training 3 or 4 times a week. Hypertrophy meaning focusing on a single muscle group, and using 8 to 10 8 to 10 reps per exercise, what have you. The rep range, where you're building more muscle. But take 2 of those days and do some high intensity training. Do high intensity bodyweight training. Do sprint training. Keep that in there. Do your hypertrophy training, but keep the high intensity training in and couple those together. Do finishers. I really like finishers too. So if you were to do like a chest day and go in and do chest, then do a finisher, like a high intensity finisher, which will again help you burn some of the calories, burn that fat while you're holding on to that muscle, right? Because it's important. You want to gain some size. Now, if you just want to bulk up and gain size, then your focus is going to be nutrition, pure nutrition. You got to get 3,000-4,000 calories in a day if you want to really bulk up, but it's got to be clean calories, really clean nutrition, nutrient dense foods. You're not eating junk food because you're just going to get fat, right? And then it's going to be triple hard for you to get it off. So you just have to eat a lot, but you have to eat clean food and eat a lot of carbs. Hope that helps. As ASM, By the way, thanks for the uploads, Funk. One of the best channels on YouTube. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Oh, I missed that. Sorry, guys. I'm going through. Crazy Friday says, are MMA rules similar to kickboxing rules? No, they're totally different, man. MMA is different from kickboxing. Two different sports. You do have kickboxers within MMA in regards to it's one of the martial arts that you can bring to MMA, but the rules are totally different. You can Google those rules. Jack Cruz, what's up? Hey, what would be the first thing you would recommend to get back into fight shape? Number one, to get back into fight shape is start doing your discipline. So whatever your discipline is, because there's always some type of conditioning. Like, so if you're doing Muay Thai, if you're doing MMA, if you're doing jiu-jitsu, if you're doing kickboxing, boxing, whatever, there's always some type of conditioning that's coupled in there, right? So there's always a conditioning component in there somewhere. So definitely get that going, because obviously you need to, in order to get that fight shape, you need to do the technique. Now, if you're doing the technique, if you're always doing that technique, then the next thing I would do is my strength and conditioning program, funkmmaworkouts.com. The only way to get back into fight shape is start doing the workouts. There's no like tippy-toeing back in. You just, obviously you're not going to go balls out and start doing 5 days a week. But, you know, to get back in the fight shape, I would do 1 day of strength training, 1 day of like a body weight circuit, high intensity circuit, 1 day of sprints, and then 1 day, if you have another day, I would do like workouts using weights. Like, I call it metabolic resistance training. So, you know, kettlebells, dumbbells, TRX, sandbag, whatever it is, but do a circuit. And that will start getting you into fight shape, because again, remember, for fighters, it's about all those attributes, physical attributes that you need to hone and to develop in order to be a fighter. You need explosiveness, you need power, you need strength, endurance, you need strength, you need core strength, you need cardio, you need mobility, you need agility, you need flexibility. So you need to make sure that those workouts combine a lot of that stuff. And a lot of my metabolic training does combine a lot of those movements. You'll see burpees, you'll see like side-to-side stuff, you'll see core training, you'll see just, you know, power and explosiveness, you'll see literally endurance stuff, all in these workouts. And I developed these workouts with that in mind. Like, okay, if I was a fighter or if I was an athlete, here are some of the movements that I want. It's all about movements as opposed to body parts. Now, of course, I do some workouts that are more fitness-based and that are body part-based. But on the flip side, specifically for a fighter, there's so many different attributes that you need to develop. So a strength day is good because strength's your container. You need to get in there, do some strength and power workouts. You need to get some, I like body weight, because basically as a fighter, when you're in the ring or in competition, it's just your body weight you're using, right? So you need to be body weight aware. You need to be body weight strong. You need to have body weight conditioning. And then sprint training, I always tell people to do sprints, man. It's like I don't care how old you are. Like, you could be, we had a 59-year-old woman doing sprints. Doesn't matter if you can't sprint like Usain Bolt, but it's that type of, you know, high intensity followed by that you know, rest, and then sprint again and rest. You're gonna burn fat. You're gonna get your cardio is gonna go in shape. And burpees, man. Burpees is my favorite exercise. You can see. I know people say, oh, you don't have to do burpees or whatever, but that's bullshit, man. Those are people who can't do burpees or don't like doing burpees. There's so many different ways to do burpees, so many different variations. If you go onto my YouTube channel and do 44 best burpees, you'll see how many burpee variations that you can do. But I like using burpees because that's another exercise that gets you into shape fucking quick, man. Burpee finishers, 5 exercise variations of burpees, 60 seconds each or 45 seconds work, followed by 15 seconds rest, one after the other for 5 minutes. I'm telling you, man, your conditioning will go through the freaking roof. And you'll be more explosive and you'll be more agile. Woo! Hope that helped. Jack Cruz, I hope that helped. Funk MMA Workouts, Jack. funkmmaworkouts.com. Go get that right now. Nutrition program, everything there. Get you in the fight shape. Hans, how long you stay in Phuket? I stayed there for 4 weeks last time. You're going there on December 11th. Awesome, man. Let me know where you're going, Hans. Send me an email, funkroberts@gmail.com. I can hook you up. Generally speaking, when we go to Thailand, I've been all over in Thailand, but now the retreat's in Phuket. It's in a place called Shalong Bay. If you guys know Tiger Muay Thai, Phuket top team, There's a street called the Soy. Tiger Muay Thai is on one side, Phuket Top Team's on the other, and in the middle, there's a CrossFit gym. There's 4 or 5 different Muay Thai gyms, like Dragon Muay Thai and Chuk Chai Muay Thai. There's a bodybuilding gym. There's yoga. There's just a fitness, like a fitness gym called Titan Fitness. All in this one street that's like a mile long. It's a small street. You walk from one end to the other, and everything in between. You guys know Tiger Muay Thai. Cody Garbrandt's there right now training. UFC fighters train. 1FC fighters train. Bellator fighters train. Muay Thai champions train. Phuket Top Team, you know, Cyborg goes there. She does her stuff there. Michael Bisping's been there. Rashad Evans has been there. They on the one end. Now, the cool thing about that is everyone on that street, everybody, like every week, there's at least 3,000, 4,000 people on that street from all over the world. A lot of people come by themselves to get into shape or to lose weight, or so there's overweight people who go there to lose weight. There's people who want to get into shape. There's people who just do CrossFit. There's MMA fighters. There's Muay Thai fighters. There's jiu-jitsu practitioners. All go to this one street. So everyone on that street is focused on one thing, and that's health, that's fitness, that's, you know, getting their mind and body as one, healthy. Plus, there's tons of healthy restaurants, vegan restaurants. It's amazing, and that's where we hold the retreat. But I always tell people, if you're going to go to, you know, sure, there's Bangkok there's Koh Samui, there's different islands that you can go to. But this one place, the energy on that street is amazing. Like, it's so incredible. That's why I go there every year. Even if I go to, Chiang Mai or go to Bangkok, we always end up in this area. I always go to Tiger. I always go to Phuket Top Team. We'll go to like AKA Thailand, which is not on the street, but just over. So all of these amazing places are all in this one area, all walking, so you can walk from place to place. But Hans, if that's where you're going and you need some suggestions on where to eat, Mama's is a great place. Cocoville is a great place. Training, I can help you out with that, no problem. But if you guys are really interested in hanging out with Funk for 10 days in Thailand, then next year you want to get your ass to my retreat. King Blue, thank you so much. Nice talking to you. Nice talking to you too, King Blue. Keep doing what you're doing, man. No problem. MP5, what are your thoughts on intermittent fasting? MP5, I talked about this earlier on. I love intermittent fasting, man. It definitely has changed my body. So right now, as I walk around at 185. That's literally where I walk around. Sometimes I'm 180. Sometimes I'm 185, depending on what I'm doing. And intermittent fasting is what I'm doing right now. When I'm in Thailand, I don't do intermittent fasting because I need the carbs. But I love it. I love it because I don't mind the fasting. 16-hour fast, 24. I do 24-hour fast from like Sunday to Monday, and then 24-hour fast from Thursday to Friday. So or 20 to 24. Like today, I only did a 20-hour fast. So we ate this afternoon. But then on the weekend, I can eat whatever I want, right? Because you have to do the carb backload. You got to get the carbs back in so your body resets and metabolizes during the week. So for me, I love doing intermittent fasting, and I do the full intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting. If I'm doing it, I'm doing it. And so I love it. It works amazing for me. I'm able to stay lean and ripped. I'm able to work out. I have my BCAAs, which is key. The fats helps me earlier in the week, which is the last day of my only protein and vegetables. That's really what I'm eating: protein, vegetables, two or three times a day. Depending, a lot of times only 2 times because my eating period is 8 hours. And I'm just really busy. And then fats earlier on in the week. But on the weekends, I don't feel guilty if I have wings or if I have pizza or if I have hamburger or whatever, because I have the carb backload. If I have pasta, I need those carbs. So once I carb backload, then of course on the Monday you're also feeling a little bigger because of course you got those carbs in, but by Wednesday it's all gone and you're nice and lean and ripped. So for me it works perfect. Doesn't work for everyone because you have to be able to fast, but I've got it down pat. I wrote a whole program. We've got a flexible fasting program that I've had thousands of people on it, and they get amazing results. So yeah, definitely. Now, I would not put an athlete on intermittent fasting. Once again, you need the carbs throughout the week. But loving intermittent fasting works really well for me. I've got a program called Flexible Fasting. If you want it, email me at funkroberts@gmail.com, funkroberts@gmail.com, and I will hook you up with a link to that. Yes, hope that helps, MP5. Mr. Blue Bike, thanks for your earlier answer on keto and diet. Your answers are well thought and thorough. Thank you so much, Mr. Blue Bike. Thank you. Jack Cruz, you rock. Thanks a bunch. Go and check it out now. Perfect. Hans, I'm going to Tiger. There you go. We want to train Western boxing. Are there a lot of Western boxing courses? Okay. Man, I love this. Guys, once again, I just want to thank you guys for joining me. This is my very first one. We're going to do this every week. And then maybe as we keep going, then I'll start coming on and just doing like different topics. But we're going to do Q&As. I love this. It's something that I've always wanted to do is connect with you guys. You guys are my OGs, man. Like for those of you who used to see my workouts in my basement where I was pitch dark and you could never see me, just go Spartan workout Funk Roberts in my basement. And you guys are still with me now. I love it, man. I love it. And that's why I put workouts up every single Monday, because you guys are the shit. So I'm on Facebook Live at Funk MMA. I'm on Instagram Live at Funk MMA. Now it's time to do these YouTube Lives. Now that I've learned how to do it, pretty easy. I'm loving it. Anyways, Hans, you're going to do Western boxing. Yes, amazing Western boxing course there. Incredible Western boxing. In fact, the teacher is amazing. He's incredible. He's a fighter as well. So yes, definitely hook up with the Western boxing at Tiger. It's great. It's absolutely great. Sarah, thank you for all your workouts. I'm a mom of 2 kids. I love challenging myself with your training. How do you just suggest I modify these workouts being a mom? I don't think you need to modify the workouts being a mom. I think you just need to, maybe work out at home. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not really clear on modifying as a mom. I know you got 2 kids, maybe when they're in school, I'm not sure how old they are. So modifying would be maybe, make them shorter. You can do 15, 20-minute workouts. They don't have to be long. They can be short but high intensity. You can start building a home gym. Get some dumbbells, get some kettlebells, get things that you can do so you can work out at home, so you don't have to leave the house. Now, sometimes, like for me, and since I don't like always training, especially in the small area, like if you can see this is a very small area. It's not big, but I'll work out here. I have no problem. I don't need a lot of space, but so I do sometimes like to go to the gym just to get out of there, and in the summer I'll work out outside. So it's perfect. But maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just, Sarah, I think maybe just shorter workouts, perhaps, that'll help you modify. But, yeah, I hope that helps. I'm not sure if I helped you there, but let me know. Tell me in the chat if I helped you out. Romel, 2020, well, intermittent fasting, would it be okay still doing 2 a days? Cardio in the morning, lifting weights in the evening, or should I just stick to regular healthy diet? Yeah, Romel, I would stick to regular diet. I mean, intermittent fasting doing 2 days is going to be tough. It really is going to be tough, just because you don't have those carbs to help fuel those workouts. And what's going to happen is your workouts are going to suffer. As you continue, the first couple weeks you're going to be fine, but then when you get to week 3, week 4, week 5, and your body's just like breaking down, you're going to start to break down. You're not going to have the energy to get everything out of those lifts that you want. You want to make sure that it's quality when you get to the gym. It's not just, you want to make sure that when you're hitting the gym or when you're doing any workout, you're getting the most out of that workout, the most out of yourself and the most out of the workout. You don't want to waste your time just going to the gym, just walking around the gym doing nothing. That's literally wasting your time. So you want to make sure that when you're in the gym, when you're training, when you're at home, when you're training, you're doing your cardio conditioning, it's quality. You're getting 100% out of that workout. So doing 2 a days on intermittent fasting is going to be freaking very, very, very tough. In the long run, you're going to break down and you're not going to have energy, and it's going to not only affect your workouts, it's going to affect you during the day, it's going to affect you at work or at school. You're setting yourself up for disaster. I've seen it many times. I've seen people who try these crazy low carb diets or whatever, and at first, oh yeah, I can do it, and then 3-4 weeks later they come back and you're like, man, I just don't have any energy. I feel like shit. I'm always stressed. I'm always short-tempered. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be a douchebag, right? You don't want to be a douchebag. You want to be happy. You want to be positive. You want to be focused. You want to have energy. So I would stay away from intermittent fasting doing 2 a days. Okay. Alejandro Espinoza, what's up, buddy? Great. 58 today. Happy birthday, my man. Happy birthday. You need to lose more weight, gain strength, to maintain blood sugar levels at normal levels. What three exercise circuit would you recommend? Gracias, amigo. I would recommend body weight. So my body weight circuits. Want to gain more strength, so I would do a strength and power workout, and maintain that blood sugar level. So the high intensity circuits are going to maintain that blood sugar level, but your nutrition is going to be key. Alejandro, you want to lose more weight, so that nutrition's got to be 100% on point. You're 58 years old now. You got to really focus on not only nutrition but supplementation too. Getting those greens in, making sure that you get your protein with every meal, making sure your carbs are eaten, like slow digesting carbs before your workouts, especially your high intensity circuits. So I would do, body weight circuits, do one of my like just resistance circuits with dumbbells or kettlebells. If you want to gain more strength, I don't think you need to do, you know what, honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't think you need to do strength gaining. I think you can do like body weight strength stuff, like push-ups and dips and pull-ups are good. I don't think you need to get in the gym and start doing deadlifts and all that kind of shit. I think if you focus on just using resistance in your circuits, resistance training, like, so again, weights in your circuits, throw in a body weight circuit there, do some body weight strength stuff, chin-ups and dips and push-ups, some squats, slow squats for sure. But your nutrition, that's where I would really focus on, is making sure that you're eating very healthy throughout the day, but you're eating a lot. Like people say, oh yeah, I eat healthy, I eat twice a day or whatever. 58, you want to be eating, 3 to 4 times, 5 times a day. When I say 5 times, I'm inserting like snacks, like a protein. I got my protein. You would think a protein smoothie would be great. Making sure that you supplement. So as we get older, I'm 48 years old. So as I get older, I know that I need to supplement more. I'm not getting enough food in because I'm busy. I've got other things to that I'm doing. So I really need to focus on supplementing with supplements. So I got my BCAAs, I got my multivitamins, I've got my greens, I've got my protein, I've got all these little things that help. Nutrition goes so far, but then getting those supplements in also helps to make sure I want to be the best I can be. Especially as we get older, we want to be the best we can be. We want to be at our highest peak. So, anyways, I hope that helps. So, body weight circuit, a metabolic resistance circuit, and maybe a body weight strength circuit. But nutrition is going to be the key. High intensity circuits and nutrition for sure. Like I said, I had a 59-year-old woman at my retreat. She was doing all my workouts, man, all of them. And I put them through some crazy, crazy workouts. If you go to funkmmaseminars.com, you can see some of the highlights of the workouts. If you follow me on Instagram, funkmma on Instagram, you can see some of the workouts that we did. I've been uploading the workouts actually on this channel. So over the next few weeks, you'll be seeing highlights of the workouts that we did. And you can see they got through them. So you can get through them for sure. Romel, thanks for all the info. Love your programs. Going old school, about to start your Spartan program. Romel, man, to this day, I still use that workout. Whenever I need some serious lean muscle, fat loss, get into shape, I go with my Spartan training system, man. That's my number one, man. I love that to this day. And I have the follow along workout. So I just get my kettlebell, I get my dumbbell, I get my stability ball, and I'm happier than a pig in poo. MP45, awesome. Greg, people with parental responsibilities can work out after kids go to sleep. Sure, absolutely, Greg. Yes, man, you can work out when kids go to sleep. You can work out when kids go to. Listen, when I had kids, my kids came to the gym with me. I went to a small community center. I would have Cassian in his little, Cassian was like 1 or 1.5. I would put him down. I'd have Stefan over in the other place, and I would take them to wherever I work out. I work out with them there. Or if I'm at home, I would have Cassian sitting there watching me work out. Stefan would be playing, and I would just do a quick little workout. So you just you know what? You have to be what's the word I'm looking for, Greg? You have to be Greg, help me out, buddy. You have to find ways to do it. You have to find ways to do it. They'll come to me. Can you recommend something? Okay, Hans, can you recommend something what you didn't pick up with you for the training sessions? How many training can you recommend in a week for a more or less beginner in boxing since 1 year. How many training? Okay, so I'm not sure. Thank you for your answers. It's not usual talks like this. No problem, Hans. I think you're asking me how many times a week can you train for a beginner boxer? Man, if I was beginning boxing, I would be training every single day, probably twice a day. Like when I'm going to Thailand with Muay Thai, 1,000,000%, I'm training every day. Not in Thailand. Like obviously in Thailand, I'm training twice a day. But before I go, I'm training every day. So if you want to learn boxing and you want to get back into it, you're training every day, 100%. Training meaning boxing. You're boxing every day, as much as you can, right? 5 days a week at least. You want to learn how to box. You want to get back into boxing. You want to get amazing. You gotta be obsessive, right? Go in and box. You want to box? Box every day. Shadow box at home. Bam, bam. Right? So even if you can't get to the gym, you can shadow box at home. You can take what you've learned from the gym. Get a heavy bag. I've got a heavy bag conditioning program. So get a heavy bag and work on the bag, right? Every day you can do something that's related to boxing. Every day. Beginner or pro. Doesn't matter. Hans, no problem. Sarah, my kids are young, so I just work out when they're napping. Yeah, by modify I meant being a non-fighter who was a worker. Listen, my workouts, Sarah, good question. So Sarah said, my kids are young, so I just work out when they are napping. By modify I meant being a non-fighter who has a workout at home with weights only. Thanks, Funk. Yes. So my workouts actually are also for non-fighters. So I have the same workouts that fighters do, my fitness people do. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. The only difference I would say is I would make like an MMA conditioning workout, but it's the same style of workouts. Doesn't matter whether you're a fighter or non-fighter. It's metabolic training. Both can use it. So yeah, Sarah, I would just, if you have weights, then 100% is perfect. Go and check out some of my metabolic workouts that you can do with weights and their circuits. So you know, like for instance, let me give you an example, Sarah. You would do 5 exercises. So maybe squats with the goblet squats with dumbbells. Then maybe you would do clean and press. Then maybe you would do lying chest press. Then maybe you would do renegade rows. And then maybe you would do forward lunges. And then you would do each one of those exercises. And then you would do like burpees. Okay, so 6 exercises. Then we do each exercise for 45 seconds of work, followed by 15 seconds rest. And you get as many reps as you possibly can. So you go. So first exercise, goblet squats. Boom, you're going low. You're going as fast as you can. Good form. Then next, you rest for 15 seconds because you're going to be tired. And then you're doing clean and press. Boom, clean, press. Boom, clean, press. So you go one after the other until you finish your burpees. After that, you rest for 2 minutes, and then you repeat for 3 rounds. That's an example of a metabolic workout, high-intensity workout that allows you not only to burn fat during and calories during, so burning calories during, but after, because of EPOC, so the afterburn effect. You're going to be burning calories hours after. Plus, because of the style of workout that it is, because we're using resistance, our growth hormones and our testosterone is being increased, which is great for women because you guys are estrogen heavy. But it's the testosterone and the growth hormones, GH, that'll help you build muscle while also burning fat. And when I say muscle, you're not going to be big and puffy. It's not going to happen. So don't be afraid of that. You're going to get that lean, toned body, right? The muscle, you're going to be lean until you don't have enough testosterone in your body unless you take drugs to get big. So that's what I would do. And just dumbbells alone, you'd have a great time. Sometimes you can use dumbbells. Sometimes you can do bodyweight only. But Sarah, yeah, definitely. And when they're napping is a perfect time. What are your thoughts on raw grass-fed milk? I don't like milk, MP5. I'm lactose intolerant. There's just so much shit that goes on with milk, so much stuff that happens with our stomachs with milk. So I'm not a milk person. I don't drink milk. I don't tell people to drink milk. So yeah, that's just my thoughts. Grass-fed protein though, I'm great at because this is grass-fed New Zealand whey protein. This is our protein. That's what we go with. Grass-fed natural protein, no hormones. But actual milk, I'm not there. Which subs can you recommend first? We will stay in the Tiger Gym for a month. Oh, places to stay? Mamas. So Hans, you want to go to Forest Bungalows, and ask for Mamas and tell her Funk sent you. Hans, that's a message for you, buddy. All right? Tell her Funk sent you. Send me an email, Hans, funkroberts@gmail.com. What I'm going to do is, because I don't know if I would stay at Tiger Gym. No disrespect to Tiger Gym, but it is really small, and it's, you probably want to stay at Mama's. Mama's is beautiful. It's amazing. Hans, send me an email at funkrobert@gmail.com. What I'm going to do is I'm going to email Mama, and I'm going to email you, and I'm going to put you two together. And when you get to Thailand, I'm trying to see if I have here. Hans, I got something for you, buddy. See this place right here? This, I don't know if it's up on my screen. That's where you want to go, Hans. Forest Bungalows, Mamas. See that right there? That's where I stay sometimes. I stay at Cocoville or I stay at Mama's. This place is amazing. It's incredible. So that's where you want to stay. Send me an email because I know you can't see their email, and I will hook you up. All right? I will send an email to her and you, and then you guys can talk. But that's where you want to stay. It's minutes away from Tiger. So, Greg Hoke, flexible. Yes, flexible. Thank you, Greg. You're the man, Greg. You're the man. Thank you for being on this. I love you. Amigo, muchas gracias. Great advice. You're on point. Thank you, Alejandro. MP45, your dumbbell workouts are the best, the one to easily implement at home. Yes. Anyways, BN Pike, hello from France. Good training. Tabata from France. Awesome. I'm done, guys. I got to go. Thanks so much. I can't believe you're answering my questions. Of course I'm answering your questions. That's why I'm here, Sarah. You're awesome. Anyways, guys, I'm done. I think we're going to do this every Friday. And except maybe for next week because I'll be at UFC Winnipeg. But while I'm in Winnipeg, I would love to do one. We can talk UFC. We can talk about what I'm doing there. We can answer your questions. I am so happy that this just happened. I want to thank you guys for being on this. I want to thank you all for supporting me. I want to thank you guys for commenting on my videos, for liking my videos. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're going to do this every week. You guys are the best. I'm out. I gotta go. I gotta go train. I gotta go train. Anyways, I'm done. Thank you so much. Look out for our Monday video. Check out the last couple of videos we posted. I just posted a video with my boy Mike Zhang. We did like a core kickboxing. So if you've ever wanted to do some like kickboxing, Muay Thai moves while training your core and burning fat, that's great. Burning calories. I just posted some great workouts from the retreat. So you can see some of the workouts that we do at the retreat. So just take a look at some of my last like 5, 6, 7, 8 workouts that I posted. Implement those workouts for you. And always send me an email at funkroberts@gmail.com, and I'll hook you guys up with my programs depending on what your goals are. All right? I'm done. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Get it done. Peace. Be positive and get it done. Now I got to figure out how to stop this.